Hi, Bex of Bexercise here. One of my clients just asked me a really good question, and I thought the answer would be helpful to lots of people. So I was going to post this little video. It's about protein. So Sarah asked how many grams of protein should we have daily, and how can we do that? So this is a subject close to my heart. Protein is so important, way more important than we ever thought before, and particularly for women it enables so many body systems, including your hormone system and hormone regulation. If you don't get enough protein, that will not help that situation. So grams of protein per day, it's per kilo of body weight, 1.5 to 2, or some people even say 2.5 grams per day. So for myself, I weigh 60 kilos, give or take. So I will aim for 120 grams of protein at least in a day, because I work out a lot. So I probably need a little bit more for that muscle recovery and rebuilding. So that sounds like a lot, but if you're clever about it, it's not too bad. I mean, if you're a meat and fish eater, it's really no problem at all. If you have like cooked chicken drumsticks in the fridge, one of those is 22 grams of protein. So sometimes I'll just eat 1 or 2 of those just as a snack, because they're low in calories, don't have to worry about that, and loads and loads of protein. Also, seems to be apparent now that it doesn't really matter how much protein you eat per sitting. There used to be a belief that you could only absorb so many grams of protein per sitting, but that's kind of in question at the moment now. So if you eat 30 grams of protein at once, it seems like your body will use that 30 grams of protein, which is great, isn't it? Because you don't want to waste it. When it comes to things like powders, obviously you want to get as much as that protein from natural food sources, but I do use powder sometimes. I use MyProtein. It's a high quality protein powder. It's low in sugar, and I'll just put half a scoop in my smoothie. There's other ways that you can get protein into your smoothies or shakes if that's what you want to do. I use cottage cheese. You can't even taste it once it's in there. Greek yogurt is a really good source of protein, and again, you can put a whole whack of that in. And then I'll just top it up with a little bit of protein powder. So I'm probably looking at about 30 or 35 grams of protein in that. And it's also a good way to get some of my 5 a day or 10 a day. I don't know what it is now, but but that's not a meal replacement for me. It's just an extra fuel. There's a thing called protein hunger. So because our diet doesn't focus enough on protein, we get hungry, and you will eat something that's not particularly protein rich, and then you'll get hungry again, or you'll still be hungry, because your body is hungry for protein. It's not hungry for anything else. But if you eat those other macros, it will still tell you that it's hungry because it has enough protein. So if you focus on the protein first at every meal, make sure it's protein based, you will probably find that you don't need to eat as much because your body is getting enough protein. So that's particularly handy if you're concerned about weight gain. Okay, concentrate on that. And if people are concerned about losing a little bit of body fat, that is the first thing that I say to them. Okay, don't worry about the calorie counting or all that business or your cardio. Focus on your protein, okay, and everything else will start to fall into place. So I hope that's useful for you. So do your maths and track for a few days. Once you kind of get the hang of it, you don't need to track all the time. I don't. I just eat as much protein as possible in a day. And I do notice if I don't. So get that protein in you. I hope that's useful. And happy chicken drumsticks, I guess.